Hey Deadgrinners, this is Deadgrin, keep getting you another update video on the Great Saiyaman action figure. Now, I haven't done that much, only because I'm waiting for a lot of parts. Well, not a lot, but I'm waiting for some parts that I want to use for what I'm doing right now. There's a couple of issues that I ran into once I actually got the thing. The figures themselves, I already have the parts, which were the upper body of the Super Saiyan Blue Goku from the Dragon Stars line, and I already had the clone Vegeta. Now, for the heads, on the Twitter poll, everyone wanted me to do all three heads, which were the helmet head, the one with the bandana and the sunglasses, and then the one without the sunglasses, which I'm not sure if people want to see the base Gohan head or the Super Saiyan Gohan head. I think everyone's going to want the Super Saiyan Gohan head only because that was probably the coolest moment of Great Saiyaman, going Super Saiyan 2 at the tournament, at the World Tournament. That was really cool, so I'll probably end up using those three. Two of the heads I already figured out. I'm going to use the WCF, which is a World Collectible Figure. The Great Saiyaman head, which was the one with the bandana and the sunglasses. And I'm also going to use the Mystic Gohan head. And either just leave it base or color it, like the appropriate colors for a Super Saiyan. And the helmet one is the problem. That was like the one that I either have to sculpt all by myself, which is okay because I already have something to base it off, and so it'll be a lot easier going off of this to be able to make one in proportion with the body that I'm using. That, and then the other problem, the two other problems are the skirt, it's too short, and then the cape. I'm tackling the cape in this specific video, and I want to hear you guys' opinions too. I made two variations of one, and I am making currently another. So the first one that I did was this. It's a satin cape. And it goes pretty good with the figure, actually. Oh. Alright, so this one looks pretty good, goes with the size and everything. And then I made another one that actually had a wire running out the edges. The only problem with that one was that the wire, I couldn't bend the wire the correct shape because it's round at the bottom, so I should have probably made it just a straight line, which I probably will if I do go that route again. And the glue itself was running so quickly, everything got messy, and everything that I was touching, especially the cape, was getting all that, like, it looked like it had PVA glue, and it just looked terrible. I couldn't get it off the material anymore, and all the edges were wrinkled up because I was trying so fast to make them stick, and it was a disaster. I ended up throwing that one away. Sorry I can't show it to you so you guys can tell me your opinion. The other one that I made is this one. Oh, actually the other one I'm making. It's a Piccolo, like a cape from one of the bootleg figures that I have. I like it. I like the way it looks. The only thing I'm gonna have to change is the parts that actually attach to the shoulders. I'll probably sculpt some, sculpt it with milliput, shave down the part that's sticking out on the top, just to make it more with the actual body. But yeah, like that one was a lot easier, and I just took off that part from the Piccolo, cape. Probably end up using it for something else. But yeah, man, like those are the two biggest things that I have to figure out. Next, I'm gonna tackle the skirt. I've been talking to some of my friends. A friend of mine named Herman on online, and then a couple other friends. And I've asked them what I can do. Some people are suggesting, Kennyboy's Toys, shout out to you, brother, for like telling me this one about us using soft goods, which is basically, using cloth material as that. Since I'm already using it for the cape, I might, use it for the skirt. The other option is either using plastic, like some soft plastic, or my what's it called? I have styrene sheets that I can heat up and form to the shape, glue it on top of this, and just cut it to the appropriate sizes that I need, while keeping the slits on the sides. That way, when I pose him, they won't interfere or get in the way. So that's the next challenge that I'm working on. So, this should be a lot quicker to be done. Like, if I had all the materials at hand now, I could have probably done it in 2 or 3 days. But since I have to wait on a lot of things, this project's going to be probably about a week or two, depending on how long I have to wait for the stuff to get here. But, for people asking or having questions about using the World Collectible Figureheads, honestly, those heads are probably the best to use unless you have the SH Figure Arts. Those heads are really beautiful as well, like the way they're sculpted and everything, and the paint, the way they paint it up. But right now with the budget that I have, I really can't afford an SH Figure Art for that. Even bootlegs, there are. I've never seen a bootleg Gohan, adult Gohan, the Mystic Gohan, or Ultimate Gohan, whatever you want to call him. I don't have that on hand with me. But the World Collectible Figureheads, some of them, especially if you find them in a bootleg, they're pretty cheap, and they look amazing. Like, you just cut them off the little bodies, and you either drill out the appropriate hole, or you can use another method to place it on the top of the head, and it looks great. I was originally, like I said, gonna use this head and just put it right there, but I'm afraid it's gonna look too small, and if you go back and watch the clips, because that's what I've been doing lately, is watching a lot of those Dragon Ball Z, and even the clips they have in Dragon Ball Super with the Great Saiyaman. The head is just a little bit, larger, especially with the helmet on. Like, he doesn't have a tiny head on the body. It's proportioned to his body. So those World Collectible Figureheads work wonders, man, and they look amazing, especially on these kinds of figures, the articulated figures. So yeah, guys, this is the update. Tell me which one you guys prefer, which is the cape, the plastic cape, or the cloth cape. Like I said before, this plastic cape is great, but he's gonna have to remain static. If you have to just have him like in a single pose like this, and that's it. Like, you can't be moving it around, at least not with the cape. You can take off the cape and pose him up, but the cloth cape, if I do the one with the wire running through it, it's gonna be poseable, so you can put him in any position and the cape won't really get in the way, and you can make really dramatic poses with the wired cape. And if I don't put the wire cape, this one will still not get in the way of posing that figure. If you guys go on to my Twitter or my Instagram, I've been posting pictures, like of this guy being posed. it's fun, it's very fun posing this guy. So that's the greatest thing I liked about the Great Saiyaman, and probably what people think was the dorkiest part of him was all his goofy poses. I like that. That was a part of the charm for the figure for me, and honestly, that's one of the greatest freaking looks that Gohan ended up getting in the series. I know everybody likes the Cell Saga Gohan, when he went Super Saiyan 2. That's a badass moment. Don't really care for how he looked. I also like the one where he was training Videl, that purple gi that he had with the red belt. That one looked really cool. It's so unique to him. We've never seen Gohan dressed like that again, where it was, kind of like his own signature look. And the only signature look he has that's not like either Piccolo or his dad was the Great Saiyaman. That's his specific look, and I wish he would have gone like that to the Tournament of Power, but that's just my 2 cents. Anyways, guys, just let me know what you think, down in the comment section. Which one do you prefer, the wired cloth cape, the cloth cape, or the plastic cape? Or maybe the hell with it, make all 3 too. Just in the very end, whoever, because I'm probably gonna end up putting this figure for sale once I'm done. I'd like to keep it, but I really don't have that much space in my house to be able to keep most of the figures that I'm making, which kind of sucks, but you know, it's all good. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. You know, which one do you guys want? You know, but all right, guys. If you haven't liked this video already, please, you know, hit that like button, subscribe, share the video, hit that notification bell if you are subscribed to keep up with everything that I'm going to be doing moving forward. All right, guys. See you later.